Hi, I'm Mike Borwick. In this quick how-to video, I'll be showing you how to use your PHEP Region 2 emergency power generator safely using different fuel sources and different starting methods. Generators are used in situations where electric power isn't prevalent or isn't available, and although they're safe under the right conditions, there are some safety hazards you should be aware of. Refer to your owner's manual for a complete outline of all safety hazards associated with the use of this generator. You should have and know how to use an ABC fire extinguisher anytime you're using flammable or combustible fuels. Take a moment to become familiar with your generator. This generator produces carbon monoxide, an invisible, odorless, and deadly gas. As a result, only operate this unit in well-ventilated exterior locations. Take note of the warning labels and always follow the manufacturer's recommended uses and settings. Prior to starting a generator, you must check fluid levels and verify that there aren't any loose parts. To check the engine oil, remove the dipstick and verify that there's oil inside of the engine. If more engine oil is required, remove the oil filler plug and fill with new oil. As a general rule, we'll be using 10W30 oil weight in Region 2. Remember to replace the filler plug. If using gasoline, check the fluid level and refill using clean, fresh gas with a minimum octane rating of 86 or higher and an ethanol content of less than 10%. Be sure to clean up any spills that may occur. All units must be grounded. To do so, you'll need a few tools and supplies. A grounding rod, 10-gauge copper wire, ground clamp, a mallet or some other driving tool. You may also need a shovel or a spade to dig. Connect the ground clamp to the ground rod and install the 10-gauge wire to the ground clamp. Before digging into the ground, make sure you call the appropriate authorities such as DigSafe to mitigate any chance that you'll be digging into a utility line. To ground the generator, drive the grounding rod approximately 2 to 3 feet below the ground. Run a number 10-gauge wire from the clamp to the generator lug on the end of the cover. You can also place a cover over the ground to eliminate any unnecessary tripping hazards. Before attempting to start the generator, ensure that no electrical devices are plugged into the outlets. To manually start this generator, using gasoline as fuel, move the choke to the full on position and turn on the gasoline supply. Grasp the starter grip and pull slowly until starter engages. Then pull cord rapidly to overcome compression, prevent kickback, and start the engine. Repeat if necessary. When the engine starts, open the choke gradually. The engine should promptly come up to operating speed. Before plugging in any appliance, be sure that the generator can handle the intended load. Both 120 and 240 volt AC receptacles are provided in the control panel to plug in your loads, such as lights, portable tools, and small appliances. Allow the engine to warm up for 2 or 3 minutes before plugging in any appliance. Unplug any appliance before stopping the engine. To shut off the engine, you can close the gasoline fuel valve. This allows the fuel to run completely out of the line and out of your carburetor. Okay, now that we know how to start the generator using gasoline and a manual start, let's take a look at how we do so using gasoline and the electric start. An electric start is only possible if you have a functional battery. Always keep the battery charged. To perform an electric start, turn on the fuel supply. Move the choke into the full on position. Engage the engine start switch briefly to the start position. When the engine starts, open the choke gradually. Allow the engine to warm up a few minutes before applying an electrical load. To shut off the generator, it is recommended that you shut off the fuel source. Be sure to move the starter to the off position when finished. Now that we know how to safely start and operate this generator using gasoline as fuel, let's take a look at how we would do so using propane as fuel. Emergency response generators are typically housed within the PHEP Region 2 emergency response trailers. In the front of the trailer is a propane fuel source that is connected to the generator through a series of valves and quick connects. A direct connection between the generator and the propane tank will be demonstrated in this video. Generators operating on vapor fuel must be started using the electric start system. Connect to your fuel source and turn on the valve. If you smell any fuel, shut off the valve immediately. This engine does not need to be choked using propane fuel. Engage the engine start switch briefly to the start position. Be sure to wait a few minutes before introducing an electrical load. To stop the generator, simply shut off the fuel source. You now know how to use your PHEP Region 2 emergency power generator. If you have any questions, please call me or email me, and I'll be happy to work with you to find a solution. Thank you. Some of the things that you didn't see in the making of this video, the changing of a spark plug, the changing of the battery, those videos will be coming at you soon.